Do you belong? No, seriously, do you belong? Because growing up, I never knew if I belonged. In middle school, I had no friends since I recently moved, and everybody was already in their friend groups from elementary school. So here I was, little old Alex, looking for someone to talk to, someone to hang out with. I was short, and had a high pitched voice, and I could not stop talking. And this was a problem. I could never tell if anyone was laughing with me or at me. This sucked. As I got older, this didn't change. Yes, I grew taller, my voice got deeper, and I looked more mature, but people still didn't want to be around me. So I came to the conclusion that it was me. I was the problem. My personality must be wrong. But if I change my personality, it's not Alex anymore. But unfortunately, I decided to hide myself to fit in. I didn't tell people I watched anime. Instead, I made fun of people that would watch these shows. I didn't want to tell people I was in band or I collected anime figures because they might think of me as some weirdo, and I stopped talking because who would want to be friends with someone so annoying? But in the end, I still had no friends. I was at an all-time low and didn't know what to do with myself anymore. I opted out of my own graduation. I stopped eating, so I dropped to 108 pounds. I didn't leave my room, and I didn't even talk to my family anymore. I stopped getting haircuts, and I wore a fake smile whenever I went to work, so I could barely even recognize myself in the mirror. I just wanted to be noticed. And I lost myself in doing so. My father decided to sign me up for a gym membership without me knowing because he thought it'd be better than sitting inside all day and doing nothing.
Footage while I'm down here.
And I ignored him. I took it as a trick to try getting me out of the house that I wouldn't fall for again. But there was curiosity there, but it would be quickly covered by a wave of anxiety about everything that could possibly go wrong at the gym. What got me to go was actually realizing I had nothing to lose anymore. I wasn't saving my time to go hang out with friends, so I might as well go. I remember driving to the gym and wondering if I should just turn around. My hands were disgustingly sweaty, and my heart felt like it was 5 beats away from smashing through my ribs. I opened the door and walked in as slow as possible and took deep breaths. As I entered the building, there was music and slight buzz from the lights. I scanned in. Have a good workout. Did they know this was my first time at the gym? Nonetheless, I was here. I made progress. After this, I began going 2 to 3 times a week, and I started eating more because I was burning off more calories. I decided to cut my hair again because I wanted to look a bit more presentable at the gym, and most importantly, I stopped wearing a fake smile. I noticed someone wearing an anime shirt at the gym. It was a show I never watched, but I was interested in, and I was curious on whether I should watch it or not. I was gonna ask, but the devil on my shoulder kept telling me, Alex, you're gonna bother him. He's gonna be annoyed with you. Why would you ask that? And I felt like I was back in middle school again. But this time, I wasn't the same. Yeah, I was Alex, but I had nothing to lose. I had no one to impress. So I asked, hey, is that show worth watching? And he called someone over and said, hey, he wants to know if One Piece is worth watching. And this is how I met one of my best friends. As days go on, I grew closer and closer to them, and I realized they liked the same things I like. And they were just as weird, if not weirder than I was, and I felt like I found my home, but I couldn't shake this guilt off my shoulders. The guilt that I was starting to leave people out, that I got too comfortable in my friend group. Maybe I am like everyone else. Maybe I'm not as different as I thought. No, I'm different. I found people that want to lift me up and that encourage me to make my own decisions. I don't have to become the same people that close the doors on me. I am the only Alex Hernandez that has and will ever exist, so why not become the hand that reaches out to others to let them in?